October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Domestic violence victims are often afraid to speak up and they're unsure about who to turn to for help.
Kamari Hamer joins us live in the studio with more. And Kamari, you talked to a case manager that is, about how they deal with domestic violence.
Yeah, that's right, Marcus. When you're in a bad situation, knowing who to turn to could be the difference between life and death. Safe Haven is there to lend a helping hand to those who are unsure about where to go. Studies show 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men in the United States will experience physical violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. Safe Haven is a non-profit organization that provides emergency shelter and crisis intervention for domestic violence victims and their children.
We offer 30 days of service. We try to help clients find home services. They may, get birth certificates, find, another shelter if we can't offer them the shelter that they need.
Safe Haven services range from temporary housing to professional crisis counseling. Domestic violence case manager Patrice Butts says there are a few signs to look for when it comes to an abusive relationship.
Physical abuse, there's mental abuse, there's, of course, money issues, like if that man or woman doesn't want them to have any kind of resources. There's, of course, isolation is the word. So sometimes isolation, that's one of the biggest things.
Domestic violence is not just limited to sexual violence and violent behavior. It can also be a person being controlled over what their partner is doing on social media.
That's why oftentimes they don't come with a phone because, the batterer has taken the phone and, sometimes because you got a watch, you could communicate to the watch. So oftentimes they take watches, phones, watch if you go into your mother's house, how long you're going to be.
Physical and mental abuse are not the only cases Safe Haven deals with. They also provide resources to people who deal with mental illness.
We have a licensed professional counselor on our staff, and if they don't want her, we have other sources that we can reach out to, community counseling. We show them the importance of talking about it, to a counselor.
But says the Safe Haven office receives at least 3 to 4 calls a day about domestic violence incidents.